Everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Right, entertainment only, back in my usual spot. Yeah, short back and sides. Give it a couple of weeks to sort itself out. Okay, love your comments and love your questions. And one of my beautiful viewers has asked me to have an updated look on BRICS. Now, BRICS is the acronym for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, who have joined in a coalition to sort of rival, I won't say NATO, but it's more of a economic coming together. India's in quite a few of these economic collaborations, but just a bit of an update. So what happened is that, first of all, Brazil, Russia, India and China came together in 2006 and formed a coalition. South Africa joined in 2010, and Saudi Arabia has now joined as well. Argentina, I believe, was slated to join but chose not to earlier this year. Now, what is happening is that it's about it's an alliance. I'm going to say it's an alliance with a economy, the population of 3.5 billion people included in them, 45% of the world population. However, the economy of 28.5 billion, which sounds a lot, but it is only 28% of the world economy, but also contains 44% of the world oil reserves within that alliance. However, I'm using my mystical manga for some reason. I get pulled to particular decks by my boys for certain reasons. I just have an updated look at what's happening in BRICS. When I was writing this down, I did get, as part of my research, that they've actually got differing goals, so that might cause a bit of conflict within the alliance. However, will they create their own currency? Because at the moment, the currency is based on the US dollar. I'm not feeling that they will. So, let's have a look. Okay, right. As I'm splitting the deck and shuffling, I'm not sure where this reading's going to go. We'll just go wherever it takes me. As I'm splitting the deck and poker shuffling, I was told to pause and have a look at these two cards. What we've got here is the secrets not yet revealed, thigh deep, basically walking thigh deep in the swamp. And this is very much, it's money focused. It's How do I put this? It's a restricting of how do I put this? Because what I'm really getting, it's about giving and receiving help. Yes, I understand that, but it's more about those in power dictating to those without power how the money should be spent. Okay, now I have read extensively on India, the Indian elections and the Modi government. All is sort of not above board there as well. Not sure what's going on in South Africa at the moment. We know how Saudi Arabia operates. It's basically a dictatorship monarchy. But let's have a look. Let's have a look. I just want to have a look at the energies of BRICS, the BRICS alliance. Now that's Saudi Arabia. Okay, I'm getting it's about control of, I'm getting control of oil reserves, which makes sense because there's 44% of the oil reserves within those countries. Okay, thank you. What am I getting here? It's very much tied up with trying to, it's their declining income is what I'm getting. This card absolutely wanted to fly out. It's about okay. Oh, if you hear them, let me know. They are so chatty today. It's about it. The core of the alliance is about the declining income as the world moves away from oil reserves. Does that make sense? So show me the energy of BRICS. What do we need to know? You want that card, the energy of BRICS, and you want to stop on that one. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, not surprisingly, right? The first card out, the signifier card, is it's not a plan coming to fruition for me. It is about the planning stage. So it's about messaging and planning across the oceans on a worldwide scale. So this is the energy, this is the signifier card. I'm actually drawn to the look on this dude's face. He does not look happy. So it's very much an alliance is what I'm getting, an alliance in the making about bringing forward plans on the world stage. Okay. And the second signifier card is the governments of such. So the government's doing this. The Hierophant, the leadership is doing this. Okay, fair enough. In the background, energies behind the scenes, we've got the Empress card. It's my card for Russia. And we've got the King of Coins, which is oligarchical money, but it's big business. Big business, money, business. What else are we getting out of this? It's about the money. It's the money, and I'm being drawn to this card being Russia because Russia's economy is very much based on fossil fuels. I'm really getting this alliance is a fossil fuel alliance. That is what it is at the core. I don't know what China produces as fossil fuels, but China is a large consumer of such. Now, bear in mind also, China is per head of population is investing the most in renewables as well. So let's see where this goes. Okay, Ace of Swords, a new beginning, a new truth coming forward, cutting through, and the Magician. Look at these major arcana we've got already, and 2 court cards. Rabbit out of the hat, manifesting a future going forward. Okay, see where this goes. New beginning, new start, new journey with this is the karma hanging over at the moment, and justice. These major arcana, this is quite a powerful reading, this one. The karma hanging over them is the new start, the new journey, and how to balance that out, how to bring balance, how their actions will have consequences. Okay, so holding the sword of truth while trying to find this sword of truth while trying to find the balance. This could also be the birth of something significantly new. The Empress is also about abundance. She's about increasing something, enlarging on something. Okay. Money, manifestation, truth. Yeah, why am I not surprised? The outcome card, the first one out, is we've got the abuse of power. And people walking away from this abuse of power, the self-sabotage it can be, it's the win at any cost card. So let's see where this goes. Okay, thank you. I'm really getting it's tied in with. Now I know South Africa and India are theoretically, and Brazil are theoretically democratic societies, but, and I'm going to say but, there is this win at any cost. Things are not quite as they seem in those economies, in those governments. Okay, see where this goes. The sun, illumination, things being shone, new boundaries having to be set up. And here we've got about the doling out of money, dealing with, okay, thank you. It's got told dealing with poverty. holding the money in these higher echelons and dealing with the poverty in this new world. Okay, circles of support, uh, wanting to go back to the past, how it was, but we are at this changing cycle, okay? Changing cycle where there is a rise in the demand for democracy. Something's, it's, they can see it coming out of left field for them, trying to hold on to this forward movement, trying to create some smoke and mirrors, illusion, delusion because of this toxic devil energy that they hold, wanting to hold on to. This is really interesting. We've got the Knight of Swords, harsh truth coming for those that are in control, as there is this new message that is coming forward, a new form of leadership. Okay, what I'm really getting out of these is that there is these particular countries that are involved can see, and it's based in the reliance on fossil fuels in the past, based on this alliance is based on a realization that there is a new world order coming, and it is not what they have invested themselves in the past, and it's trying to combat. So it's more than just economic. It's very much about how do I put this? Keeping the populace dependent on the goodwill of the moneyed lawmakers, so they don't question the authority type thing. If you can hear, that's just one of my dogs moving. It's complicated. I'm just going to say it's complicated because it's not quite as easy as that. It's joining. Yeah, okay, thank you. It's joining of alliances to try and keep the, the how do I explain this, guys? I can see it really clearly. I think you guys are understanding what I'm getting at. It's economies that their past wealth and their past um, government authority is based in, first of all, raw materials, and I'm going to say raw materials, including labour, including their people, being able to uh, work for a pittance with no regulation type thing. This is really hard to explain. So it's not just raw materials as in um, fossil fuels and um, gold, etc. It's also the raw materials of the populace. Oh, this is really complicated. In the face of the new world order, the fact that the world order is changing and it's changing because what we've got here, okay, this new, I'm going to go go in the order that the cards came out. There is this new world order of leadership coming forward, and it is a leadership of stability, security, compassion, empathy, negotiation, diplomatic. It's this, if I say the Joe Bidens, the Anthony Albanese's, the Jacinta Ardern's, the I was going to say Justin Trudeau, but he's not quite there. He's nearly there, but he's not quite there. This sort of new world order that's coming forward. Those that are are being victorious. I'm going to say are going to be victorious going forward. Those that are not of this ilk are going to find themselves having to defend themselves and looking at a different point of view and stopped. They're going to find themselves isolated as there is this volatile new message that's coming forward with the Knight of Wands here. It's difficult to explain, but you grasp. I think I think you guys are intelligent enough to grasp what I'm saying. This is why they are forming the alliance now. Don't know why Argentina pulled out. Didn't they have an election shortly? I don't know which way I can't remember off the top of my head which way that election went. But it's really, I'm getting it's to combat the new way that the world is moving, which is a more compassionate, freer, a more rights for the worker, a move from base raw materials to a technology economy. I was reading, speaking of which, I was reading a move from this abuse, win at any cost abuse of power, moving away from this. Let's look, moving towards this. The lid's not yet up off this, but something that's coming forth. Not yet there yet, but it's a compassionate society, and we're moving towards this. It's about families, and we're walking away from this oligarchical dictatorship money, and it's time, and we are moving forward. It's time. Those that are still in the old energy can see the writing on the wall for this, and they're trying. I'm just getting they're trying to combat it by joining together. Okay, let's see. Let's see what's happening going forward for BRICS. BRICS. What does the future hold? What do we need to know going forward with BRICS? Now, it's not Project 2025 type stuff. It's more of birds of a feather, finding mutual support. So show me. What do we need to know about BRICS going forward? What do we need to know about BRICS? The alliance of BRICS alliance going forward now that Saudi have joined. Okay, good. Right. Desperately trying to hold on to this change that is coming. They're trying to grab and pull it back, is what I'm just going to say. The change is coming. It's coming quickly. It cannot be denied. I was reading something yesterday. It was incredibly fascinating about a development where cement is mixed with a certain element of charcoal in two slabs with a divider in between, and the energy that passes between those two slabs through that divider causes electricity. It's an electricity storage system, which is the next step. We've got the creation of power, but the storage system is the next step. Absolutely fascinating. And then I was reading this morning about the inclusion of cow manure in the process of creating hydrogen reduces the what was it, the reliance on fossil fuels to create hydrogen by 600% or something by using cow manure in the mix. It was quite fascinating. So yeah, desperately trying to hold on and stave off this fast movement forward. Hopes and fears that they are going to be stopped. Not hopes and fears, their challenge. Sorry, hopes and fears is over here. Their challenge is that they are going to be stopped in what they are doing. These particular countries are going to be no longer relevant. Disappointment in the harvest is the foundation here, financial harvest. They're not getting, or they're seeing that they're not going to be getting the money that they have in the past. I mean, if you think of Saudi Arabia, it has really not a lot aside from pumping oil out of the ground. And when there is no longer any demand for that oil, what happens to the riches, the wealth of Saudi Arabia? These other countries are similar. China's very reliant on it. Russia's economy is based very much on, it does have grain, but also very much on the fossil fuels. Brazil's also the fossil fuels. South Africa, I'm not sure. Does South Africa produce coal or something along those lines, or is it just merely the amount of people there? In the past, the contracts and agreements coming together, this is what this alliance is, but crowning this reading, disappointment on what's on offer. Each country has different goals, and I think the goals are just too disparate for them to really form an ongoing alliance, is what I'm getting. Okay, immediate future, the Knight of Coins, messaging about money. Yeah, it's all about income. It's all about money coming in for these countries. It's all about money. It's always all about money. Externally for them, it's independent wealth, feathering their own nests through this wealth, etc. But internally, we've got Page of Wands, a new plan being brought forward, bringing forward a new plan, and them finding themselves restricted. That's their fear, finding themselves restricted in this new world economy. The outcome, the new world economy, the star of hope and healing and all that is good, isolation, introspection, having to look within, and then moving forward. Moving forward. Yeah. And I'm just going to say, as we are the Queen of Cups, stability, security, emotional, say countries' independence upon themselves, not these particular countries, but no longer reliant on what these countries provide. Nearly there yet, not yet, as they're walking away from what these countries provide, and it's going to bring about an ending. Goodness me. The reason I'm saying this is just even within Australia or just even in the US, a lot of manufacturers are coming back onshore. Look at the car manufacturing in the US. It's also happening in Australia. Our government is bringing solar panel production back to Australia and light rail production back to Australia, etc. And it's very much to do with automation, because the most expensive component to create product is wages. And if you don't have the wages, then stability of government becomes the priority. And what's happening is that businesses and transport becomes very expensive as well. So what's happening is businesses are bringing their manufacturing back onshore. Now, whether that's in the US manufacturing, then in Mexico or the US itself, Australia's doing the same. So these countries, when the world is no longer dependent on their raw materials, and then they're no longer dependent on their cheap manufacturing. Um, what else do they have to offer? So this is why I'm really feeling this alliance. Yeah, when the world walks away from what these countries have to offer. Okay, right. Where do I need to go? Just very quickly, will BRICS, when this happens, when this all, well, it is happening, will BRICS, show me the future of BRICS itself. Right, what did I have throw out there? The New World Order, the Star card, Queen of Pentacles, Homeland Security. When things are bought, yeah, it's stability of government is what I'm getting there. Stability, practicality. And the truth is coming that what has been the it's the win at any cost abuse of power card, but it's also walking away from lies, deceit, betrayal, things not being above board. When the reality of that is coming forward. Okay, will BRICS survive? Will BRICS as an alliance survive? Given the disparate, as in different, wants and needs of each particular country, will trying to influence into Africa at the moment. Will BRICS survive? I don't see them having their own economy. I do see a shift to a different economy, but I don't see it a shift to this BRICS currency or anything like that. Well, the first card out I've got is delusion, built on vanity and greed and power and money and smoke and mirrors, challenged by the devil energy. Absolutely. Those at the top trying to hang on to power is what I'm getting there. Is it going to survive? Well, they're going to have to defend themselves, defend the messaging that they're putting out there. What is it? The seven of wands there, having to try and come together. In the past, we've got the world is walking away from what they have to offer. Crowning this reading is King of Coins. It's the trying to uh, continue with the wealth that they had received. A lot of anxiety amongst the BRICS countries in regards to trying to hold on to their wealth, their oligarchical wealth. Externally, the Five of Wands, which is the infighting, the squabbling back and forth, I'm just going to say the infighting. And internally, we've got a judgment moment, a collective awakening coming for them, hopes and fears moving on. The world's moving on without them, but perhaps they might move on themselves. End of a cycle, Ten of Pentacles, stepping through into the new beginning, Queen of Swords. Internally, there is this truth that needs to be recognised. Page of Wands, new message being brought forward, and circles of support. Naivety about what they had to offer each other with the Six of Cups there, and then Queen of Wands. Inspirational, bringing forward this an inspirational message that's coming forward, new plan that's being brought forward that comes from a place of, this is New World Order stuff. new feminine energy world leadership. Doesn't need to be females, but it's the inspirational queen that's bringing forward a powerful new message, a new way of doing things. And those involved in Brexit are very possibly going to find themselves thigh deep in the swampy waters and having to make a difficult decision in regards to uh, the money changing hands, the who do they support, what, just trying to juggle the money is what I'm really getting there. On the base, we've got the moon card again, thigh deep in the swamp, the light of the moon being shone on it. In regards to the world, these controlling leaders with the Emperor card there, Page of Cups is bringing something really unexpected that is going to restrict them and put them in retreat because times are a-changing. Times are a-changing. Okay, I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't know that the Brexit alliance will have long-term stability because what they're trying to hold on to is the rest of the world is moving on. Is just what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. That the alliance is because of uh, what those countries are providing are old world um, uh, resources, including cheap labour. But the world's moving on from it. So we'll see how it plays out. Um, yeah, I don't think they've got a long term. I just feel that the world is just going to move on without them, and they're going to find themselves in a position where they go, yeah, we're going to have to really join the party or be left out. Doesn't mean it's going to be an easy decision for them at all. Okay, going to leave it there. See how it plays. Love to you all.